About 15 years ago, South Korean car maker Hyundai shared its vision of launching an upscale car line that would compete with the likes of Lexus, BMW, and the like. Needless to say, as a well-established member of the automotive press, I poo-pooed the idea that a maker of economical cars with a smattering of small and compact SUVs, namely the Santa Fe and the Tucson at the time, would be able to rise to the challenge. I mean, after all, Mazda tried to do the same and failed miserably. Honda's Acura division as well as Nissan's Infiniti division were both struggling to break through at the time as well. Okay, the Honda NSX was the notable exception. And we laughed at their apparent innocence at thinking that they could, compete at this larger scale. Well, as they say, that was then and this is now. The automaker started small. First with the impressive midsize Hyundai Genesis sedan, and then later with the over-the-top Hyundai Equus. Solid, elegant, and durable, Hyundai began to turn many of us doubters into believers. And honestly, we should have known better. They tipped their cards with the evolution of the Sonata sedan, which did nothing but improve year after year after year. But 2015, after a few missteps, the automaker finally spun Genesis into its own upscale brand and began populating it with vehicles of distinction. One of the first vehicles for the new upmarket brand was the G90. Defined as a full-size four-door luxury sedan, the new Genesis flagship was introduced in 2016 in Detroit at the North American International Auto Show. And believe me, that took some guts. But the young nameplate pressed on and continues to add models and body styles to its ever-expanding portfolio. Available in 2 trim levels, the 2020 Genesis G90 sedan formally introduces the next evolution of Genesis' signature design language. The color palette is expanded inside and out for a more emotive look and feel, while G90 continues to provide an exemplary driving experience backed by superior quality. With the exception of the roof and the doors, every exterior panel on the 2020 G90 has been replaced or changed. The standard prime mover is a 3.3-liter turbocharged V6, which makes 365 horsepower and 376 foot-pounds of torque. The upmarket model is powered by a 5-liter V8 motor that produces 420 horsepower and 383 foot-pounds of torque. Energy is communicated to the rear wheels via an 8-speed automatic transmission. All-wheel drive is an available option for both trim levels. EPA fuel economy is 17 city, 25 highway for the V6 turbo. For the 5-liter V8, it's 16 city, 24 highway for rear-wheel drive, and 15 city, 23 highway for all-wheel drive. Cargo capacity is 15.7 cubic feet. Now here's what I liked about the vehicle. The G90's long wheelbase combined with its European elegance makes a statement wherever and whenever you choose to go. A low step-over height means that entry and exit from the vehicle is easy and effortless. This Genesis has the equipment and the interior appointments that you would expect from a flagship and more. At first blush, it could even be mistaken for the much more expensive Mercedes Maybach, or at least I thought so. When underway, choosing sport driving mode delivers much better overall performance from the standard 3.3-liter turbo. A cavernous rear seating area means that your passengers will also enjoy the ride no matter how far the destination. Displays, switch gears, and controls are well thought out and easy to use. Now, here's what I didn't like about the vehicle, and I got a problem here because I love this vehicle. But here's some things that just didn't jive. And I'm just going to put this out there. I'm going to start with what they call the comfort driving mode, which, by the way, is the default setting for the car, and it's anything but. And I suspect that there needed to be some kind of recalibration, either for this specific car or for the product run. And to be honest and fair to Genesis, I'm going to need to drive another one before I pin this on the automaker, because sometimes we get pre-production cars which aren't quite perfect and they're still working some things out, but they want to get them out there early so that the journalists can have a chance to review them and write their comments. And this kind of leads into some other issues that I had with the car, because one, I kind of expected more from this car at the price point. And like I said earlier, it looked the part, was mostly equipped for the price, but that's something. You know, when you're cooking and you're preparing a favorite food and you taste it and you find that it's just missing that little something that makes the difference, this Genesis G90 is missing. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure what it is, but it's missing a little something. And again, I go back to the fact that I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt that it was this specific vehicle that might not have been tweaked for final production just yet. Because otherwise, at that price point, this really would be a rare misstep for Hyundai and Genesis. And I'm just going to chalk it up to this particular car, because honestly, have you seen how automotive journalists test drive these things? Enough said, and I'm going to leave that right where it is. Here's something else, and again, same issue. Something was off with the steering and the handling and the control and the ride quality. I don't know what it was. But driving this particular car required constant small steering corrections. And again, I'm going to give a whole lot of benefit of the doubt to it was this particular car. I do want to drive another one, Genesis people. And I'm talking to you, Genesis, because I need to find out if it was this. And of course, if you want to, I'll take a V8 the next time. Enough said. Bottom line, I still want to love this car. It's big, roomy, comfortable, well-equipped, and stylish. But I had a number of issues with performance and control hardware in this. And in this business, it sometimes happens with getting the first of something. So, what is the price? The base manufacturer suggested retail price for the 2020 Genesis G90 sedan starts from $72,200 for the G90 Premium up to $78,200 for the G90 all-wheel drive Ultimate. Destination charges add $1,025.
We are RoadWorthy Drive.